Greetings, everyone. Welcome to the 116th segment of Be Inspired with Buzopat Life Changing Reality Tonight. Your host remains Honorable Ambassador Buzopat to Sigwe, and I am here on this our platform where we embrace a truth that leads to our freedom. Always, I start by asking you to please subscribe whenever you come across this video. It doesn't matter the time, the hour, the minute, the seconds. When you come across this video, please subscribe, like, share to your friends and contacts, and then drop your comments. Thank you in advance. Today we'll be talking on the topic suffering now. Oh yes, suffering now. What do I mean by that? Honestly, the word suffering is something nobody wants to be identified with. It's something nobody wants. It's a to-fear situation, It's something that you just like, wow, it's not for me. It's not my portion. That's not for me. I'm not cut out for that kind of bullshit. Nobody wants to suffer. Nobody wants to suffer. But the suffering and storms of life tosses us to and from. That's normal, okay? And it blows us in different ways and directions that you can't. Not that we ask for it. Not that you actually see, because nobody wants it. And yet it comes. It comes. But the truth is that the greater the obstacles, the more the glory you see and experience in overcoming it. That is just the assurance. That is just the reason why we are where we are today, because it is too much for every single person. But the truth is, the suffering is not the issue right now. But now, knowing that people are going through it and what they need to do is why you see me talk the way I do every time. Because you may not change the wind, but you can adjust the sail in order to be able to get to your destination. And that's the truth, and that is what I need everybody to understand. Accepting the suffering, the discomfort, the battles, delays, and the unplanned negativity that just spring up, surprise, they just appear suddenly in your life. Accepting them doesn't mean you deserve them. Doesn't mean that you ask for them. No, you didn't ask for them. You don't deserve them. But they are there. So what do you do? Because, accepting it means that you need to calm down. Okay? You need to okay, this is my reality now. What do I do? Because the issue is that, and the moment you do this, it will make you rest your case. It will make you find peace, and it will make you live the rest of your life as a champion. Because you see, if you don't come, you wouldn't even think about what to do and how to deal with the situation. That's the truth. So that is the essence of this. Because no one wants it, no one wills for it, no one begs for it, no one plans for it, but it is there. And accepting it, like I said, doesn't mean you deserve it. But it is there already. And conquering it is only hope and joy that you're going to have at the end of the day. One thing I know about tomorrow is that nobody knows. It's something I know, and it's something I love about tomorrow. Because nobody knows who is going to be relevant, who is going to be available, who is going to be alive, who is going to be bigger, who is going to be smaller, who is going to be richer, who is going to be more powerful, and who is going to be small, who is going to be irrelevant, and who is going to be mostly needed. Tomorrow is so big and so large and so so many uncertainties are filled in our tomorrow. But that's what makes it tomorrow. That's what makes it fantastic. That's what makes it unique. And that's what makes you know that you can't sentence yourself to life of, a permanent whatever depression, because nobody knows who the pages will turn for positively tomorrow. That's why you have to have a way of dealing with what is happening right now, so that you will be alive to see that pleasant tomorrow. That there's this a man, Chris Reeve. He said that a hero is an ordinary individual who finds the strength to persevere and endure in spite of all the adversities and obstacles, that are so overwhelming that crosses the person's path. Do you understand? The person does that, the person will be able to like overcome it. That when you talk about the heroes, wonderful things happen to them. A lot of bad things happens to them too. But because they found this way that I'm trying to tell you now, you can talk about them and talk about how they did it, how they survived, how they maneuvered, how they made it work. They become your role model, and that is, you can't be somebody's role model tomorrow. That is just the thing. Suffering and grinding now in order to invest in your tomorrow, in order to invest in that dream that you have, it's not going to be in vain. That is one assurance I'm giving you. It cannot be in vain. It's spending you now to gain you later. You're suffering now, but you're going to shine later. And you will eventually have everything that you need, everything you prayed for. I've always said to you, no matter what happens, the thing you wish, the positive things you pray for, it doesn't go empty. The prayers you said, even if you're not seeing it, it doesn't go empty. Do you know most times you'll be praying for promotion, but the prayer will be used to keep you alive. You'll be praying for millions, but your child may be supposed to be dead. And that prayer of you're praying to God faithfully and loyally, worshiping him because you want him to make you a millionaire, God will take it and say, you don't deserve to lose your child. You don't deserve for your house to be burnt. You don't deserve for to die in an accident. Okay, these are not what you're praying for, because you don't know. Okay, but because these things are happening like this, you just see God using it to fill a whole lot of gallows in your life. But because that's not what you're asking God, you're looking at the very thing you're asking God, and it has not been done. Anyway, the way situations are right now, my dear. Oh my God, the way situation is right now, everybody had to understand that for you to, like, if you want a rainbow, you must wake up. You must make sure that you have to put up with the rain. Definitely, it's no longer uhuru. You want the rainbow, you must put up with the rain. That is not a garbage in, garbage out thing now. It's not when you sit back. Before it used to happen like that. You could have so many people that love you, and all of a sudden your book of remembrance will open and somebody will just come on now and just give you so much million. It still happens. That you didn't work for, you didn't plan for, you testify and you keep moving. But the truth is that as it's going on right now, but the person you are expecting to give you and the person who is supposed to give you, everybody is begging for one thing or the other, because it is going round. It's going round. So now everybody needs to sit up. Now your hard work, justification, most of the things you deserve now, you have to show that you deserve them. God has not finished. Miracle doesn't tire Jesus. He is not tired of making miracles. He's not tired of favoring people. He's not tired of blessing people. He's not tired of making mountains melt before people. But the truth is that it is who comes out that is going to get it. These things are no negotiation thing, because God is who he is. But what is coming to you is not actually because you have done something crazy. I've said that in one of the topics I treated before. A lot of strongest souls, most massive characters, okay, have emerged through suffering. Yes, a lot of people can testify that the best part of them emerged through suffering, honestly, and a lot of them came out through seared, they're seared with scars, but they were able to become something that they never expected that they're going to be. Don't forget that suffering is a word created. It's a word. It's not what you call it that it will become. It's just a word, suffering. So what do you put into that suffering? How do you see it? What do you call it? Because for me, whatever comes your way, like I said, the joy is in the overcoming and not in the present. If you continue to deal with the present, it's not going to make sense, because you will not shift and it creates a bigger image. But the fact is that, yes, is a word, just like courage, just like most of these things I've treated in different topics, they're just there. So what do you call it? What do you magnify them to become? What do you see? Because when you're laying foundation for a greater tomorrow, it's always painful. It's always painful. But when you remember that nothing lasts, it wasn't because of you. He didn't see you to start, and he's not going to see you to stop. Okay? But the fact is that, are you surviving it? Are you going to survive it? Yes, you will. Are you going to rise above it? Yes, you will. Are you going to be the best you're supposed to be in it? Yes, you will. Yes, you will. Because that's what you don't understand, that you cannot add anger to suffering. It becomes worse. Yes, you cannot add anger to things that has happened to you. Somebody was like, who was I discussing? Did I read about Celine Dion that way? The problem, the sickness happens once in a million. And then I said, but why her? And the person said, who else? Okay, the things that has happened to you, why you? The things that are happening to you, why you? The things that are happening, these things just happen. But you see, just like her and every other person, the way they handle this situation is what you need to emulate. Finding joy in what comes to you that is unplanned, that you didn't deserve or you didn't ask for it, but it is there. It's so amazing what this realization and this acceptance can do in the soul and in the life of somebody. So many parents pay the school fees of their children with tears and sorrow. They with tears in different categories. They did. But the funny thing, after all those things, today they have been to different parts of the country because of those children. Honestly, and they're feeling fly, they're having fun, they're doing a whole lot, they're living large because of, but then why they were doing it? So for you that is paying the school fees of your children with tears right now, persevere. Don't have heart attack. Don't go crazy. Don't go to steal. Don't go to do something stupid. Don't say it is too much, because you will reap the fruit of your labor. You will definitely. All the negativities that you see around right now and all that, they will pass. They will pass, because you're going to arise and you're going to stand firm, because you worked for what is going to come. That's the truth. And God won't let you fail, and God won't let you die before your time, and God won't let you suffer in vain. He knows you're going through that. And then don't forget that he doesn't allow what you don't have capacity for to come to you. I've often realized that, no matter how frail and fragile we think you are, no matter how petty our life thinks you are, you see, when things come to you, God knows you have the capacity to do it. He knows, because the speed, the favor, the capacity, the direction you need for the new season, oh yeah, it will come on you. And he has equipped you with it. And then when you now calm down, you'll be able to know how to deal with it. And that's when people can look at you as case study, emulate you, embrace the steps and all that. What is role model? And if you don't, if you rush, if you're angry, if you say it can't be, I can't accept it, it cannot be me, you cannot be a lesson that others will learn. Your history, your story can be told with pride. All you need is to tread carefully, because God knows. He knows, he sees, he understands. And of course, there are certain things that, God doesn't just do. He looks somehow, but that's why he's God. It's painfully not right when you see some people that have paid some dues, people that have paid their dues in Christianity, in life, in everything. When you see some things happening to them, but you know what, at the end, God doesn't make mistakes. There's always a reason. For some things is allowed, not because you deserve it, but because he knows that you will accept it and you will enjoy it and you will do something with it that others will learn. And souls will not be destroyed. And that's why that thing has come to you. Psalm 35 says that weeping may endure, for the night. But, That's always the thing. But joy coming in the morning, and that is all you need to know, and that is all you need to embrace, and that is all you need to hold on to, and that is all you need to understand, that that joy that comes in the morning, oh my God, nobody can take it away from you. Nobody. And when you're saving, and when you're suffering, and when you're struggling, and when you're doing a whole lot for your tomorrow, don't worry, don't be weary, don't give up, don't bother, because honestly, from that worry and worry and tears and sorrow, God is going to raise something so fantastic that you will look at and like, is it me? Is it true? And all that. Okay, your seasons are not going to be like that. All these things are seasons. There's time for planting, there's time for reaping, there's time for sowing, there's time for harvesting, there's time. So that's the same way rain falls during rainy season like this. The people that are planting crops are rejoicing. The people who are going to office are angry because it's draining their clothes. It's affecting them. They won't see buses. They won't see taxis on the road because it's heavy downpour. But it's blessing a lot of people, and they are jubilating. Now, can you see the irony of this life? Do you understand? And when it's so sunny like that, a lot of people are crying, and some people are just begging for rain to come. That is how life is. And so that's why I feel that no matter what the situation is, we will really need to like accept whatever comes our way, because believing God that it won't destroy us, that it won't be more than us, because we have to, most times adversity makes us become wiser. Seriously, and that's why I tell people to walk gently. Yes, I always say to people to walk gently, because how do I really say this thing? Walk gently in the lives of others, because most of people's wounds are not visible. I treated it in one of these invisible stickers, and I think that's the topic I treated. Most of the wounds people are carrying are not visible. Learn to walk gently. Learn to walk gently. Learn to treat people with kindness. Learn to be nice. Learn to be kind. Forget about whatever it is. If you understand that every money you have, you're going to leave them here. So it doesn't make you anything. People have died in the best of cars, the most expensive cars. People have died in their private jet. People have died in the best of whatever it is that they purchased. And while trying to get it, they had sleepless night. They never got anything. But it still killed them. People have died in the best of house. People have died in the best of. So it's not about what you have. It's about how God has chosen to bless you. And when He does, be kind to people around you, please. Please, and when you are suffering, going through a lot of things, please learn to close your mouth. A lot of people talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk, and you even talk your problems to the ears of the manufacturers. Learn to shut up. When you trust God on something, you will not be actually looking for everybody to talk to. Everybody, most people wear their problems on their faces, in their head. You see them looking like mad people, crazy people everywhere. Meanwhile, you're going to the house of the person who you think doesn't have problem, but the person is sitting on a keg of gunpowder. But it's about how the person is carrying his or her own. So you learn to minimize your talking. Believe, for me, I tell a lot about you from the things that are coming out of your mouth. Seriously, I sit and listen to you, but it makes a lot. I've treated that topic before too. It makes a lot, the way you talk even about yourself, the way every information that people share with you comes out of your mouth freely, even when you don't mean anything. A lot of people don't mean to gossip, but nothing that enters their ear stays in their heart. It's so easy for you to say something somebody has said to you, but you don't know that it may be so difficult. The person may have said that thing you commonize as a secret, and again, there are certain people that tell you something you're privy to, but if that person doesn't share his or her story anywhere, so you don't have any right to take whatever you see in the house of your friend, go to another person's house and be talking about it. No, no, no. If the person wants to talk about it, the person will use microphone. So when you have opportunity of such thing, please, can you learn to keep people's lifestyle? A lot of people are not that public. A lot of people don't like their private life to be publicized. A lot of people don't like what you see in their house. If you meet them eating, smoking gari, allow it for them. But people just talk, 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 talk. Talk, 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 talk that you don't even know. And the thing is that they don't call it anything. I've seen someone that does not call saying these things. Oh, before you say, oh, is this person oh, you know this person? Oh, yes, no, we went to school together, we went to do this one together. He tell you, while we're in school, this person used to do this, we came out when we went to do that. You are already telling life story of another person without permission of the person. Oh, because you think you know the person. No, that is not okay. All right, so while we go through this episode together, there's a lot we need to learn, there's a lot we need to relearn, there's a lot we need to redo, there's a lot we need to do, a lot of things like that, actions and inactions. Okay, thank you so much for your time, and I believe you're blessed. Whatever you're going through, smile through it all. It makes a lot of difference. Not that it's funny, not that it's okay, not that it's fantastic, not that it's sweet, not that those things are not painful. But yeah, when you smile through it all, when you're relaxed in it all, when you're calm, it will make you hear God and find solutions in the situation. God bless you. That is what I have for us today. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Be Inspired with Buzopat. Follow me at Instagram, Be Inspired with Ambassador.Buzo. And then follow me in Facebook, Be Inspired with Buzopat Talk Show. That's my page. And then the group, Be Inspired with Buzopat. And then at TikTok, Be Inspired with Buzopat. You keep wondering, how do you even attend to all these things? I don't know. The most I can, I do. DM me. Together we will do this. Infinite wisdom comes from above. Nobody is an embodiment of it at all, at all, at all, at all. Together we'll continue to do this and cheer. Okay, I hope you're blessed. God bless you. Take care. Bye.